Okay, now we will discuss a gas turbine cycle. In the last lecture video, I gave some introduction to the gas turbine cycle. A gas turbine cycle is also called as Brayton cycle. It is also called by another name Joule cycle also. All the three are same. All the three are same. How it works? It works by isentropic compression. There will be isentropic compression from 1 to 2 and constant pressure heat addition from 2 to 3, isentropic expansion from 3 to 4 and constant pressure heat rejection from 4 to 1. Two isentropic processes and two constant pressure processes constitute a gas turbine. Constitute a gas turbine or Brayton cycle. Okay. Now we will derive. Previous lecture video we have derived efficiency of a Brayton cycle. Now we will derive its work done and we will derive what is the optimum pressure at which maximum work is done. Okay, that we will discuss. Okay, here work done. Work done can be given as turbine work minus compressor work, like this. Okay, if we take a Brayton cycle, it will be like this. There will be a compressor. There will be a compressor like this. There will be a turbine. There will be a turbine. Okay. There will be a turbine and this is a compressor and a turbine, and whatever the gas is there, it is heated, it circulates between a turbine and a compressor. What happens actually is, whatever the gases are there, they are compressed, and after that the compressed gas is heated. Heat is added to the compressed gas. It is at constant pressure, heat is supplied, then it is expanded in the turbine. Here turbine is coupled to the compressor. Turbine is coupled to the compressor. Therefore we can give work done by the compressor, work done by the this gas turbine cycle as turbine work minus compressor work. W net is equal to turbine work minus compressor work. Compressor work. Okay. Turbine work minus compressor work. Okay. Work done in a turbine is nothing but change in enthalpy. From the steady flow energy equation in basic thermodynamics, you can get that. Work done in a turbine is change in enthalpy, that is H3 minus H4. Okay, therefore W net is equal to H3 minus H4, that is work done in a turbine or turbine work, minus compressor work is H2 minus H1. H2 minus H1. Okay. This change in enthalpy can be given as change in enthalpy. We can write it as Cp into delta T. That is T3 minus T4 minus Cp into T2 minus T1. Okay, we can write like this. W net, net work done. Okay. Now we know one thing, that is T2 by T1 is equal to T2 by T1 is equal to what? P2 by P1 raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. Okay. Here P2 by P1 is nothing but pressure ratio. P2 is equal to P3, therefore I can write P2 by P1 is equal to P3 by P4 also. It is the pressure ratio. I will call it as RP. It is pressure ratio. Pressure ratio. Pressure ratio. Okay. Now what we will do is we will calculate what is the pressure ratio at which work done will be maximum. From maximum, it is a mathematical concept. If you calculate, if you differentiate this and if you equate this, we can write in another way. Okay, this we can write in another way using pressure ratio we can write. using pressure ratio, we can write like this. If I take common, that is, if I take T3 as common here, W net is equal to, if I take T3 common here in the first one, Cp into T3, if I take common, it will be 1 minus T4 by T3. Again, if you multiply here, it will be same. Minus, if I take T1 common on the second side, because I will tell why we are doing like that. Cp T1, if I take common, it will be 1 minus, T2 by T1 minus 1. T2 by T1 minus 1. Okay. What we are, why we are taking T2 by T1 is, we can write it in terms of pressure ratio. Therefore, as well as T4 by T3 also, we can write it in terms of pressure ratio. Okay. Therefore, what I can write? Here, from this equation, T2 by T1 is equal to Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. In the similar way, P3 by P4 is nothing but P3 by P4 is nothing but again Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. Okay. Therefore, what I can write is, here from this I will write here this one equation also, I think it is, if you are not getting T3 by T4, we can write like this. We can write T3 by T4 is equal to P3 by P4 raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. Therefore, it is nothing but Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. Like this we can write. Like this we can write. Okay. Therefore, what I will write is W net is equal to Cp into T3 into bracket 1 minus T3 by T4 is equal to Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. Therefore, what I will write? T4 by T3 is nothing but 1 divided by Rp raised to gamma minus 1 divided by gamma, minus of Cp into T1 into Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma, minus 1. Okay. This I will call this, to get maximum work done. What we are calculating here is, we are calculating optimum pressure ratio for maximum work done. Maximum work done. This is what we are calculating. Okay. Let T1 and T3 be fixed. Okay. T1 and T3 be fixed. What we are calculating is, at what Rp work done is maximum. Therefore, what we have to do? We have to differentiate this equation and equate it to 0. We have to differentiate to get optimum pressure ratio. I will call it as equation number 1. Before calling it as equation number 1, it will be Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. Gamma minus 1 by gamma is a constant. Therefore, I will write, what I will write is W net is equal to, I will substitute Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma is equal to Y here. Here I will substitute it as Y. Therefore, W net is equal to Cp into T3 minus T3 into bracket 1 minus Y, 1 minus 1 divided by Y, minus of Cp into T1 into Y minus 1. Okay. This is, I have substituted Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma as Y. Now, I will differentiate this equation. I will differentiate this with respect to Y, differentiating with respect to Y, and to get maximum pressure ratio, to get optimum pressure ratio, we will differentiate this. Let us call this as equation number 1. Equation 1 with respect to Y. We will differentiate equation 1 with respect to Y and equate to 0. And equate to 0. We will get optimum pressure ratio equate to 0. Okay. Always it is a concept of mathematics. For a maximum value and minimum value, we can differentiate and equate to 0. We will get a maximum value. Okay. Then the slope will be equal to 0. Therefore, we do that. Now differentiating this with respect to y and equate to 0. Okay. I will drop this one. Differentiate this with respect to y. Okay, therefore what will happen? It will be d of w net divided by dy. It is equal to 0. It is equal to Cp, T3 are constant. We have taken Cp and T3 as fixed. Therefore we have taken T1 and T3 as fixed. Therefore T3 into differentiation of 1. It is a constant. Differentiation of constant is 0. Differentiation of 1 by y, it is nothing but minus 1 by y square. Okay, therefore minus into minus it will become plus. Therefore it will be 1 divided by y square minus of differentiation of Cp and T will be, if they are a constant, therefore I can write differentiation of 1 is y is 1. Okay, it should be equated to 0. Therefore what happens? This will cancel. This will cancel. Therefore y square will be equal to, y square is equal to T3 by T1. T3 by T1. Therefore y is equal to under root of T3 by T1, or y is equal to under root of T3 by T1, T3 divided by T1. What is y? Y is nothing but Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. It is equal to T3 by T1 raised to 1 by 2. Okay, y square is equal to T3 by T1. Therefore what I can write? Rp is equal to, I can write like this, Rp equal to T3 by T1 raised to gamma divided by 2 into gamma minus 1. Okay, gamma divided by 2 into gamma minus 1. Okay, this is the expression for optimum pressure. This is the expression for optimum pressure. Okay, here to solve this, what we have done is, this one is the expression here, or I will rub this one. This is the expression. Okay, this is the expression for optimum pressure. What we have done is, we have not considered compressor efficiency and turbine efficiency. Now we will consider compressor efficiency and turbine efficiency, and we will calculate again net work done, and we will calculate what is the optimum pressure ratio. Okay. Okay, now we will derive the expression for optimum pressure ratio for maximum work output, or sometimes they will call maximum work done, or sometimes it will be called as output like this also sometimes. Now considering machine efficiency, considering previously, just now what we have done, we have not considered turbine or compressor efficiency. We have taken compression and expansion as isentropic, but practically they will not be isentropic. There will be increase in the entropy. Now therefore if we consider turbine and compressor efficiency or machine efficiencies. Okay, machine efficiency. Okay, if I draw TS diagram for that one, I will draw TS diagram here considering machine efficiency. TS diagram, previously what I had drawn, it was a PV diagram. Now I will draw TS diagram, temperature enthalpy diagram. temperature enthalpy diagram. Okay, 1 to 2 isentropic compression, it is 1 to 2 is isentropic compression, 2 to 3 constant pressure heat addition, 3 to 4 isentropic expansion, 4 to 1 constant pressure heat rejection. Okay, these are the 4 processes of the Brayton cycle. Okay, if it is a ideal cycle, ideal process, then 1 to 2 is isentropic compression. But if it is actual process, there will be increase in entropy, therefore 2 will be on the right side of 2, therefore I will call it as a 2 dash for the actual process. Okay, 2 dash. Okay, this is the 1 to 2 dash which I am showing with a dash line, with a chain line, that is actual process. Again, for the turbine also there will be increase in the entropy, therefore 3 to 4 dash is again a actual process. Okay, now what is net work done? Net work done, W net is equal to turbine work minus compressor work. What is actual turbine work? We have to take, we should not take ideal turbine work, therefore W actual is nothing but H3 minus H4 dash, H3 minus H4 dash, plus minus compressor work is H2 dash minus H1. Okay, this actual work we have to take, we should not take ideal work. Okay, but this actual work we cannot write, we cannot write like this. This we can write, what we can write? T2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1 raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. This I can write, but I cannot write T2 dash by T1 is equal to P2 by P1, or P2 dash is nothing but P2 only, no, because they lie on the same constant pressure line. We cannot write like this, P2 by P1 raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. Why? Because T2 dash to T1 is not a isentropic process. For a adiabatic process only or a isentropic process only I can write like this. Okay, therefore we need to express this equation in terms of H3 minus H4, this equation in terms of H2 minus H1. Okay, then our problem will be easier, so that we can express it in terms of pressure ratio. Therefore what I will do, I will consider compressor efficiency. What is, I will express this in terms of H3 minus H4, not H3 minus H4 dash. Okay, what we know, this is a turbine, turbine efficiency. Okay, efficiency of a turbine, I will write efficiency of a turbine. In the last lecture video I have done that, you can refer that video. Okay, efficiency of a turbine is, here we can say actual work efficiency we have to take smaller by larger, it should be less than 1. Okay, H3 minus H4 will be less compared to H3 minus H4 dash will be less compared to H3 minus H4, therefore it will be smaller, H3 minus H4 dash divided by H3 minus H4. Therefore H3 minus H4 is equal to H3 minus H4 dash is equal to, therefore ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ H3 minus H4 ಅಂತ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, H3 minus H4 equal to H3 minus H4 dash is equal to turbine efficiency. Okay, turbine efficiency into H3 minus H4. Okay, that there is no space, I will rub here, I will rub and I will write here. Okay, H3 minus H4 dash is equal to turbine efficiency into H3 minus H4. Sorry. Okay. We need H3 minus H4 dash. H3 minus, okay, correct. I am correct. H3 minus H4. Okay. Now, H3 minus H4 badle we can substitute this one. Okay. Next, we don't want H2 dash because we don't have an expression like this there. Therefore, what we have to do, we have to replace H2 dash by H2. Okay, we can do it by compressor efficiency. Compressor efficiency is equal to what? Again, we have to take smaller by larger. Here you can see H2 minus H1 is smaller compared to H2 dash minus H1. Therefore, we can take H2 minus H1 divided by H2 dash minus H1. Okay. Now H2 dash minus H1 is equal to H2 dash minus H1 equal to H2 dash minus H1 equal to H2 minus H1 divided by compressor efficiency divided by, I will write eta of C for compressor efficiency and eta of T for turbine efficiency. Okay. Now I will substitute this and this one and this one in W net equation. Okay. I will substitute this there. Therefore, W net will be, W net work done will be therefore W net will be equal to H3 minus H4 dash. I can write eta of T into H3 minus H4 minus of H2 minus H1. I can write H2 minus H1 divided by eta of C. Okay. Eta of T is turbine efficiency, eta of C is compressor efficiency. Okay. Now what I can write? This H3 minus H4 is nothing but Cp delta T. It is nothing but Cp into delta T. Therefore, what I can write? I can write like this. W net is equal to eta of T into Cp into T3 minus T4 minus of Cp divided by eta of C into T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1. Now I can express this. I can express in terms of pressure ratio. I can express this in terms of pressure ratio. How to do? If I take the what we have done for the previous one. Okay, we can take W net is equal to eta of T into Cp into T3. I will take common 1 minus T4 by T3 minus of Cp divided by eta of C into T2 by, I will take T1 common here, T1 I will take common, T2 by T1 minus 1 T2 by T1 is equal to Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma, T4 by T3 equal to 1 by Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. Therefore, W net I can write it as eta of T into Cp into T3 into 1 minus of 1 divided by Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma minus of Cp into eta of C into T1 into Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 1. Okay. I will again call, let y is equal to Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. Therefore, W net is equal to eta of T into Cp into T3 into bracket 1 minus y, 1 by y minus of Cp into T1 divided by eta of C into y minus 1. Okay, now I will differentiate to get optimum pressure ratio, that is Rp. I will differentiate this equation with respect to y and I will equate it to 0. I will get Rp value. Okay, I will call this one as equation number 1. This one as equation number 1. Now differentiating equation 1 with respect to y. Differentiating with equation 1 with respect to y and equating to 0. Okay. Differentiating equation 1 differentiating equation 1 with respect to y and equate to 0. Equate to 0. Okay. I will differentiate this with respect to y and I will equate it to 0. Okay. What will happen? Therefore, d of w net divided by dy is equal to 0. It is equal to eta of, they are the constant, eta of t into Cp into T3 is a constant. Okay. Differentiation of 1 is 0. Differentiation of 1 by y. Differentiation of 1 by y is 1 by y is minus 1 by y square. Therefore, 1 minus 1 by y square, minus into minus it will become plus. Therefore, 1 divided by y square. Okay. Now, differentiation of Cp T1 divided by eta c will remains constant. Differentiation of y is 1. Differentiation of minus 1 is 0. Therefore, it will be 0. These will cancel because it is equated to 0. Therefore, what will happen is T3 divided by eta t into T3 divided by y square, it is equal to T1 divided by eta c. Okay. Therefore, y square is equal to eta t into eta c into T3 by T1. Okay. Now, what I can do? Y is equal to, I can write y is equal to what? Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. Okay. Therefore, y is equal to okay, eta t into eta c into T3 divided by T1 raised to 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2 it will be. Okay. Now, if I substitute y value, y is equal to Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. If I substitute, it will be, we know y is equal to Rp raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. Therefore, Rp is equal to, Rp will be equal to eta c, eta t into T3 by T1, okay, raised to gamma divided by 2 into gamma minus 1. This is the optimum pressure ratio for a maximum work done.